What's up, y'all? I just wanted to get on here and kind of elaborate on some things that I said in the last video that I posted, which was the first video on this channel. And I know I'm kind of bad at articulating my thoughts into coherent sentences sometimes, and I kind of get ahead of myself, and sometimes I start sounding like a cokehead who's trying to put together a motivational speech, and my thoughts are kind of all over the place. But yeah, the last thing I said on the video was you can't change anything in the world until you change yourself. So for me, I have struggled in the past with addiction and bad habits, but I wanted better for myself. But I was doing the same thing over and over and over again. I was looking for fulfillment in something that is essentially a black hole. So, alcohol and drugs, you can never get enough of them. I would know. I've done a lot of both. Sometimes at the same time. Most of the time at the same time. But, yeah, I'm here to tell you that you never get enough until you've had enough and you stop and you get control of it, or you die. I know all these videos end up being so morbid, but this is what I am thinking about on a daily basis kind of nowadays. But yeah, you can't change anything in the world until you change yourself. I had to realize that although I was not a severe alcoholic, I was not on heroin, I was not popping pills, but I was doing enough unhealthy stuff to negatively affect my life in the long and the short term. And I stopped because I wanted different. It was very, very hard. It was really, really hard. I've been drinking and taking recreational drugs since I was about 14 years old. And it wasn't even a second thought. It was just, oh, I've done what I needed to do for the week, whether that be work or, usually work or school or anything. Time to drink and get a bag of something. And if you are a person that cares about your future and building long-lasting foundational things for your family, that's no way to live. You can't balance those two things that I just mentioned. You can't balance building long-lasting positive stuff in your life and taking drugs and alcohol on a regular basis. You can't do it. You can probably take drugs and alcohol if you already got everything sorted out. Maybe. I wouldn't know. All I know is that if you prioritize sort of getting messed up, it will adversely affect your life no matter which way you spin it. Even if you just do it recreationally like I was doing, once or twice a week, sometimes just once every 2 weeks, even that. And if you're watching this and you're thinking, I don't have a problem, like this dude must have been drinking crazy amounts. I wasn't. I wasn't. I live in Nashville. It's a drinking city. It is so normalized here. I mean, it's normalized everywhere in the world, but here especially, it is the culture. As part of being in Nashville, it's you drink when you're here. And I'm not knocking anybody that, drinks responsibly and has fun, and, I feel like I could get back to that one day. But I'm saying I know a lot a lot of people that don't think that they have a problem, but I know that they do. And it seems so fun from the outside, and it's probably fun on the inside too. But partying that much, altering your mind that much, you cannot build long-lasting positive things and do that at the same time. So what I mean by you can't change anything in the world unless you change yourself. Y'all know the definition of insanity from, Far Cry or whatever. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Being somebody who wants better for themselves, but also tells themselves, it's okay that I have, 5 or 6 drinks this Friday because I worked 40 hours. Well, then, usually, this is how it went for me, it would take away my energy from the next day because I would be hungover. Or it would make me sick. Or I would spend way too much, because Nashville, at least, the drinks are crazy expensive. So I would spend way too much because I'm not rich at all. My family's not rich. I'm not rich. We're all working class. I would go out and spend $200 just on myself on alcohol. And that's not even like a crazy amount of drinks. That's just, you pay $20 a drink here in Nashville. So, yeah, if you're doing this every week, you're going out on Friday because you worked hard, and then you're spending all of your hard-earned money on something that is erasing your memory, erasing your health, deleting numbers out of your bank account for essentially poisoning yourself. And yeah, this goes back to my video from 3 days ago where I was talking about my friend dying from liver failure because he drank himself to death, basically. That's the most severe case I've seen in a very, very, very long time. But I don't think there is any long-lasting positive effects of drinking alcohol on the regular. I think if you're watching this and you are like me and you truly want better for yourself, you have to draw a line in the sand. And it sucks to have to go in extremes like that, but I want change. I want my life to be drastically different than it is right now. To do that, I have to behave like I've never behaved before. That means cutting out shit that's not serving my long-term goals. Alcohol is the polar opposite of what success is to me. Maybe one day when I'm making my millions or whatever, I'll get back to it and, kind of throw caution to the wind and have a couple of drinks here and there. But I want something that's very different than anything I've experienced on this earth. And I'm almost 30. So I have to behave in a way I've never behaved before to acquire things that I've never had before. And that's kind of what I was saying in the last video, but my thoughts were all over the place. I've never made videos like this before. But yeah, anything you want to change in your life or around you, if you want to change stuff around you, if you want to change the way your partner is, or give them some healthier habits to pursue, or if you want to change, if you want to change where you live or your job, or you want to change your habits, all of that, all of it. If you want to start a fundraiser, start a business, if you want to do anything different in your life, if you want to change, you have to consciously start doing things different inside of yourself. So what that means for me is, and this sounds crazy, woo woo, rah rah, whatever, like hippy dippy shit. And I'm not. I'm a skeptic. I really am. The older I get, the less skeptic I am about spirituality and stuff. I am still forever a student of life and spirituality and all that. I'm definitely not here to tell anybody that I know what happens after you die or higher purpose, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm just saying there's something to all of those manifestation things that you see and all these people on TikTok and Instagram talking about manifestations and like your higher self. That is real. That is absolutely 100% real. And when you start paying attention to it, you start realizing how much it affects you. And this goes with what I was saying about the change is you can't change anything around you until you change yourself. And to change yourself, you have to start thinking different and speaking to yourself different and speaking about yourself different. I've always been known as, I guess, like the party guy, party animal, dude. Everybody, I'm the turn up god. I show up places and people just start buying shots and jumping on tables. And I used to be a rapper. I guess I'm still a rapper, but I used to do shows and stuff before COVID. And I had a lot of fun. And it was really, really awesome. And yeah, I was the turn up god. This was not very good for me in the long run. Because once I stopped turning up, I kind of had an identity crisis. I'm like, wait, what the fuck am I supposed to do if I'm not shotgunning 12 beers within 30 minutes of getting to a party and then slam dunking a beer pong cup onto the table, breaking the table, and then, all this crazy shit. Who am I if I'm not that? So I'm trying to figure that out still. It's been like 2 or 3 years since I gave up all this party shit. And I'm still trying to figure it out. But I do know this. It is impossible to be a different person unless you talk to yourself differently. So now I'm trying to carry myself differently. Trying. I'm trying. It is hard, like I said. When people see me out, they still see, high school or college Jared, where I'm turn up god and stuff. And I still definitely have that side of me, even when I don't drink. I'm, social butterfly, whatever. But, I started talking to myself different and doing manifestations, believe it or not. This shit sounds woo-woo as you can get, but it's a real thing, man. Your subconscious and your mind and whatever else is up there that shoots dreams into your brain when you're asleep and all that shit, there's something to it, and it affects us here in the physical third dimension. So yeah, if you just try, you can look up YouTube videos and other stuff on how to do this. I'm not here to tell y'all how to do that. I'm just saying, for me, positive affirmations and writing down your goals and telling yourself that you are enough and you are loved. If you don't have anybody telling you that, it's kind of hard. Luckily, I do. My beautiful girlfriend and, my mom and stuff, my sister and stuff. But if you don't have anybody telling you that, you probably need it even more to tell yourself that you are enough and you are going to figure it out. But the disconnect for me, for the longest time, was saying all this stuff and then not taking action on it. So that's the second step, that if you don't do that, if you just talk to yourself and tell yourself, like, I'm loved, I'm enough, I'm doing the right thing, I'm on the right path, but then you go buy a bag of Coke and drink a handle of vodka and just fall into the same patterns and stuff, I'm speaking from experience. It doesn't work. You have to lock it in your brain and your inside, your voice and everything inside. Tell yourself you're enough. You're doing the right thing. You're on the right path. And then you have to do the things that you know that you need to do. I don't know what that is. Everyone's is different. Everyone's definition of fulfillment and success is different. But there's things that you know you need to be doing. And when you don't do them, when you're not creating a strong, what's the word I'm looking for? An agreement with yourself. If you continuously break those, you build a kind of not trusting relationship with yourself. And I'm still struggling with this. If you do what you say, your brain works better. Mine does, at least. If you say things and don't do them, and you are living opposite of what you think you are saying and doing, or thinking you should do, then it makes yourself subconsciously not proud of yourself. And that throws a big wrench in anything you're trying to do. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, no matter what your goals are in life, and your career and religion, anything, you know there's things that you need to be doing. Set goals, do those things, don't deviate from the path. Don't fall back into negative patterns, because if you keep falling back, that's insane. You're doing the same thing expecting different results. You have to change yourself before you can change anything around you. You can't get a new house, a new job, a new life if you just keep doing the same thing. You're telling yourself, "Oh, I'm going to be great. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to take care of all these people. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that." But then after work, you say, "Damn, that was really hard. I'm going to go get a handle, and I'm going to go chill with the boys, and we're going to shotgun, and we're going to do some coke, and then stay up till 10 in the morning and get some more coke." And just you're not going to keep your promise to yourself. And you already broke it by doing all that. And you think that you can get by just kind of breaking these little promises, but you can't. You'll eventually just fall all the way back into those negative patterns. And if you can't tell, I'm speaking from experience here. I can't say that enough. I'm not trying to say that I'm any sort of authority on anything, really. I'm just speaking from my personal experience and talking about my life, and trying to put it out there, I guess, if anybody else is going through the same shit. So, yeah, I appreciate y'all stopping by. I just set up my little stream setup. All this was like less than $100. I just got it for Christmas. And yeah, I'll start streaming soon. But yeah, if you guys like this video, want more like it, just subscribe, like the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Peace.